the small settlement should feel the results of the reforms. So I would like to give the microphone to the mayor of a very small town. So please tell us how you can secure the life within your community and the recovery efforts. Do you hear me? Thank you very much. Do you hear me? Good afternoon, dear colleagues. First, I would like to express my gratitude to the Association of the Towns of Ukraine for this great event, for for the ability to represent local self-governance in general and Velyka Pysarivka village community in particular. Today's speakers have spoken about some global level, state level things, but I would like to voice rather small problems of small towns and communities, and for us to be heard is important. And would you be so kind to put up my presentation onto the screen? Thank you very much. And for us, it is vital important to be heard because we're small and we are located next to the border. Please continue with the slides. Before the 24th of February 2022, we had lived and we couldn't have imagined that 50 kilometers of our joint border with Russia is a daily threat, was a daily threat to our daily life and to our assets, the assets belonging to our population. More than we've been shelled for more than 1,500 days, and some of the settlements currently have no internet connection. 6 settlements don't have electricity, haven't had electricity for more than 2 months. Over to the next slide, please. And we were one of the first communities to be invaded by the enemy on the 24th of February last year. And Velyka Pysarivka customs point was broken to pieces, and thousands of armored vehicles of Russia traveled through the territory of our community. And as of today, because of different shellings, more than 1,000 different buildings are damaged. 860 are privately owned houses, and please, the next slide. The next slide, please. The rest are buildings belonging to municipalities and to the business. 460 houses where people actually lived have gotten damaged, and 10% of them are ruined to the ground. You can flip through the upcoming 2 to 3 slides. And the legislators currently are simplifying to the max possible, thus approximating the services to the people, minimizing the need for the people to turn to the local authorities. But the local authorities are expanding on daily basis the circles of responsibilities, overcoming new challenges, embracing new functions. And here we're talking about the challenges caused by the war. And despite the almost daily shelling, there is a special commission that assets the assets, and on daily basis it assets the damaged assets. It registers everything, and the respective professionals enter into the registry the information on the damaged cost to the assets. Last year, our population was given construction material from the state and the donor organizations, and financial assistance was also provided this year. While filling in the registry, we've become part of the e-recovery program. It's now up and running, and currently 15 households have been given 1,500,000 hryvnias onto their accounts. But There are some problems that we've encountered ever since that are en route on this program to be implemented. And number one is the lack of high-skilled professionals, constructor workers, architects, experts in construction. So we cannot, as of now, engage third-party representative, a third-party organization, because people are afraid to go to the place where there's combat action going on, active combat action going on. That is why this process is slowed down. The process of assessing everything and filling in of this registry is slowed down. You know why I've just told you about. And problem number two is insufficient number of smartphones of those whose houses got damaged, unstable internet connectivity. And the third problem that's on our mind, and that's on the mind of the owners of the houses damaged, is the need to report on time for the money that they've been given and they were meant to have been meant to use. So people don't want to rebuild their buildings during the times of shelling because another shell may hit their house already rebuilt and thus damaging the house again. So we've defined that there are paths that legislator look into and take it into the consideration. Number one, we need to be given an opportunity to train our professionals. We've defined the professional so that professional can actually go through, attend training provided by the state agency the shortest possible and be issued a certificate, and then being certified, start assessing and estimating the damage caused. There's also a proposal to postpone, delay the reporting period or to implement a transitional reporting upon procuring of the construction material, but the very reconstruction works should be done later once the threat is gone, when the shelling threat is gone. The house will not be damaged. So what is unanswered, still unanswered, is the compensation for the non-living houses and premises. We're talking about physical and things belonging to people, things belonging to houses, belonging to businesses, and compensation for the movable assets damaged. And the problem of insufficient smart, I mean, talking about internet connectivity, what would resolve it is the implementation of the permission to implement the ability to submit the a petition for the reconstruction through the centers of administrative services. And I would like to speak yet about another problem that's on the mind of the people working in the field of agriculture. I think that other border territories are facing this, the ones that are on the list of the combat action zones. There are 42,000 hectares of agricultural land in our 2,000 is not being ored, and our agricultural producers pay taxes on regular basis and they pay interest on the credit loans and everything else that they have to pay, but they're not compensated. No, they are supported by the state, just as their colleagues from the neighboring communities are. In those communities, there's no combat action going on. So, taking this great opportunity, I would like you to listen to what we're saying and please amend the documents for the agriculture workers in the combat zone territories feel supported by the state, just like it is for the population of the same areas. So the population does feel supported, not from the part of the country government only, but also on the part of the international donors and partners. So I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to every country, to every municipality of Western and any other countries, to every donor who's arrived to the territory of my community and the entire territory of our country, Ukraine. Thank you for listening to us, for hearing us, for helping us, and your support is something that we feel every day. And as an example, I would like to give you the fact that my grandmother is working with a Greek company from the Republic of Greece, which is willing to recover, partially rebuild the surgical department, which was damaged following as a result of the Russian aggression. It's in a hospital. We're looking for the partner, for a donor that will finance the remnants of this sum, which is 50,000 of euros, to rebuild our surgical department. You know that surgical department for a town which is close to the frontline zone is of vital importance. There are meant to be two surgery rooms. One of them is at the attic, so it's safe and sound. It's like in a shelter under the ground. So we're also looking for the partners for a partner to repair the department, the fire station, state fire station, which also got damaged as a result of the shelling. And but the most important thing that the Ukrainians are waiting for, please, let's go over to the next slide. The most important that all of us are waiting for from the world community is the condemnation what Russia is doing. Russia is a terrorist. Russia should be recognized as a terrorist state, not just the state financing the terror. And I'm definite that we are part of the majority. We're on the right side of the history, and we will definitely win. Glory to Ukraine, Slava Ukraini.